The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
Whosoever hears this audio, if they be worthy, shall possess the inside human and superhuman abilities of the world's mightiest metahumans. Accompanying this journey of high-quality nerd commentary, you got my man Colton, a.k.a. Pizza Parker. Talk to the people.
It's your boy Colton, a.k.a. Man, I'm just feeling great, man.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling. This shit feel amazing.
No AKs? That's it? I mean, if that's it, we could rock with that.
Nah, I think that's it. We're going to hold it down for now.
All right, and we got the greatest engineer in the entire multiverse, my man Gas. Say what's up?
What's going on? What's up?
Yeah. And it's your boy Dennis, aka Old Dirty Dennis, aka Bro Missioner Gordon, aka Year 2 Dennis, aka if you are a listener, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind subscribe? aka Robert Pattinson, nigga.
That's what's up. We love it. We love to hear it. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, man.
Yeah?
You know what we did.
What
I did.
I know. We gonna get right to it.
Oh, Batman don't find out.
Gas, how you feeling?
I'm pretty good. I'm chilling.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, y'all could already tell from the intro like what we talking about today. You know what I mean? We talking about that man, that myth, that legend. Know what I mean? So give me your first opinion.
First opinion?
Yeah.
Just like it was probably the most realistic Batman movie live action that I've ever seen.
Okay. I'm you know what? I agree with that. Cause let's talk about the intro. The intro to the movie to me is super fucking hard.
Yeah, that shit
like,
was.
It's kind of like, when you listen to like a song and like them first couple bars set the tone for like the whole fucking song.
That's a fact.
This nigga came in like wildin', son. Like he gave the little speech about, like when the light goes in the sky. Know what I mean? Like
That's
it's supposed to let niggas know like I'm coming,
it's
nigga.
Had niggas looking at the shadows.
Nigga, that was crazy, son. He
Maybe
gave
I shouldn't be doing crimes.
This nigga gave niggas the Bane bars, son. He was like, yo, they think I'm in the darkness, nigga. But
amazing.
I am the darkness, nigga.
I am the fucking darkness, nigga.
This nigga was going crazy,
I'm in the
son.
shadows, but I am the shadows.
That
nigga.
shit was hard as
fuck
fuck,
is
son.
About. That shit, like, I don't know, man. I kind of remember watching that and being like, okay, they skipped over kind of the bullshit.
Yeah.
They went straight to the nitty gritty of things. We here. And surprisingly enough, while I love Batman, he usually looks mad goofy. Cause like when you really think about a live action Batman, this is me getting realistic, getting out of like the well, it's still nerd commentary, but it's like more meta commentary because Mighty Metahumans. I'll plug that in. When you look, if there was deadass a nigga like Batman just walking around the streets in that costume, like a lot of people would deadass judge him. For real. I believe like in that intro with all of that shit happening, even with him doing detective mode.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But like when he walks in and all the cops is just like, what the fuck? Like I really never considered how goofy that would actually look
in real life.
Yeah. Until that moment, because it was such a realistic, like kind of grounded superhero Batman movie.
Right. Because it's like in one moment you kind of want to make fun of him, but at the same moment it's like this nigga look crazy. Yeah. He might be on some shit that I'm not on.
Due to the intro and that little monologue, we know for 2 years he been putting in that work.
He's been putting in that work
for like for Gordon to be like, yo, pull up.
Yeah.
He's obviously been doing good work. And
nigga, the fact that he got the criminals looking at the shadows scared, son.
Shook.
The
nigga
whole
got hit
city,
by a car.
son.
Nigga got hit by a car. He was so shook.
The whole city's like, yo, that nigga might be right there, son. You know, I don't think we should do this.
Niggas, and then when he did pop out,
whoo, buddy,
taser hands, vengeance. I am vengeance.
What makes the whole shit crazier is he beat these niggas ass and then he still went to go see Gordon for the day.
Yo.
Like that was the start of his night, nigga.
He was like, and guess what? Now I'm about to go be in detective mode. Now we doing detective missions.
Like why your heart not pumping, son? Like you just fought 12 nniggas.
Nah, that nigga was on super fucking calm zen mode, nigga. Even though he was mad, tense and vengeance up. That nigga was the most calm, and I loved it because it was like, I'm actually happy we didn't get year one Batman.
Yeah.
Because year one Batman was a fucking spaz.
Yeah.
Right? So a year two Batman, he kind of getting the feel of like who he is, what he is. And it's so grounded because we'll also talk about gadgets later, but it's so grounded and I don't know, man.
I just, you know what I like sitting here while we were talking about the whole coming out of the dark shit, the parallel between him and the Riddler. Because the way he kept coming out of the dark is the same way the first time we see the Riddler came out the dark. He was standing behind dude in the shadows on some like Zodiac killer shit.
Facts.
Like ice cold still, son. That nigga did not move or breathe until he was ready to pull up on that nigga. That was some wild shit.
I'm about to get in my cinema bag.
Okay, give it to us. Give it to us. Colton Scorsese.
Yo, listen. Martin Scorsese can't talk that shit no more. He can't. This was a mafia movie.
Oh, shit.
He really can't.
It's over for that boy.
But anyway.
Why we got his shit too, son?
Yo, we on your ass, boy. Look out. We know. We got the skill now.
We got mafia movies too, baby.
We got mafia movies too, baby. But real talk, and we're still talking about the intro scene, by the way.
Yeah.
That him stalking the dude hearing about all the good he did, him making the call, so Ed or the Riddler basically gets so you have been fucking wilding.
Yeah.
And then he wiles on him with the blunt object.
Yep.
It made me at a moment, and I could have been on the Schweed, but at a moment, it made me forget I was watching a Batman movie, and it just seemed like a thriller, like a crime thriller.
Like a crime thriller.
And I was just like, damn, this is so well done. And then it's go,
yo, the Batman music is hard, son. The Batman music is hard, son. They went crazy.
And then you just hear this nigga go, I'm searching for something. And he don't got like the annoying gravelly voice. He just seems hurt.
Exactly.
Like in the lower tone. And he's just like, I've been doing this for 2 years. We see the symbol. It's fair, but it's not just to call the boy. It's also for fear.
Let these niggas know, son.
Niggas know. They think I'm hiding in the shadows, nigga.
Nigga, I am the
shadows.
That was some hard shit, nigga.
Battle rap. It was like a fucking mic drop. I wanted to get up and go kill this nigga. Kill these niggas, Bat.
He should have started this shit like, hey, I said, hey, yo.
Yo, nah, that shit was so hard, man. That shit was crazy.
Nah, that's a great. And you know what's the funny shit? They did kind of take a little from the year one animated film when they add that whole monologue in the intro, because it was great. It was perfectly done. Like, other than that, I think the only other great standout, well, no, there's two great standout Batman intros to me is the Dark Knight with Joker.
Big facts.
And I really did like Bane's when he was like the fire rises with the plane shit. Hard. Those were like great intros.
That's hard.
But the Batman shit,
I think this is Batman's.
This is Batman's actual first fire
actual
intro.
Batman.
Yeah, on some like, I'm out here. Like, nigga, you welcome to Gotham, nigga.
Welcome
like this is how we do shit out here, nigga. Like that shit was hard.
And damn. So boom, we get the riddles.
Yeah.
We see Batman walking around in detective mode. Really detecting.
Solving shit.
Detecting, nigga.
Detected.
That nigga was just looking at shit like, and then walking
That
away.
looks like
Yo,
a clue.
the funniest part to me,
I know what you're about to say.
that I was just like, yo, this is dead ass Batman, and I love this because this is so realistic. He stops, stares at the blood pattern, walks away, and Shorty pulls up to take
like,
the picture.
yeah, this seems important.
She's like, oh hell yeah, this is evidence, motherfucker.
The exact same part, son.
Yo.
Everything he stared at, they were like, "Oh, we should probably take
We
pictures
should
of this
probably
shit.
fuck with this.
This seemed important."
Hey, and then him going back to the crib and taking the contacts out, and this is where we can get to gadgets, right?
Yeah.
So he takes the contacts out, put it in, and now he could recollect everything.
Yeah,
that's going
that was
on.
hard.
And I'm just like, we doing it.
I was like,
guys.
yeah. I was like, yo, that's mad smart.
We
Like
Batmaning. We are really fully Batmaning right now. He's trying to
we
figure out the
Batmaning,
fucking
nigga.
thing.
We
And-
Batmaning for real.
And the taser gloves go crazy.
Yeah.
And then
You know what I appreciate?
What's up?
Even though we jumping forward, but we talking about gadgets.
Yeah.
You know, one of Batman's things is jumping off of buildings,
Yeah.
and he hasn't perfected his bat suit thing yet.
Yes.
So he had the glider shit,
That
and he couldn't land it.
is a level of realism.
Because he stuttered. Like when he
that I
came up there, he was
appreciate.
like, "Whoa." He was
That's
like, "Well, I got to do it."
A level
like,
of realism that I appreciate.
yeah, because it's like, yo, you only in your second year, my
We're
nigga.
gonna get back to that scene though. We gonna like, so he does the riddle. He figures out the drive shit, right?
Yeah.
Thumb drive.
Yeah,
Funny
yeah.
joke.
Like
Fucked
that.
up joke. Hilarious. Then he gets all that information, and then what happens next? Who's the next?
He gets that information. I think they switch. Don't they switch to the Riddler because he started wilding out for a little bit.
Yeah.
He did. They did switch to him for a little bit. He was doing. Speaking of the Riddler, let me just say, like, even though like we're talking about piece by piece for the movie, when it comes to me, I got a hot take for later, so I'm not gonna go
Okay.
too crazy. But for me, if I had to choose a star of the movie, it would be the Riddler for me because he went so crazy. He redefined what the Riddler should be. Because we're used to the Riddler, you know, in like the green suit with the exclamation marks, like really animated. This nigga was dark, son. Like this nigga was on some like straight up killer shit. Like, yo, like I'm here and I'm terrorizing niggas. This nigga Batman can't touch me. Like I'm out here like for real. Like I was fucking with his Riddler,
I
son.
fuck with his Riddler a lot, but I actually kind of have opposite take
Okay.
of who I believe the stars
Okay.
of this movie are. And this is gonna be, everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Go ahead.
It's the mafia side of this thing.
Okay.
The Carmine Falcone,
Yeah, he was good. He was
Penguin,
good. Okay.
Bruce Wayne,
Okay.
his dead ass father, the Marconi people,
Mm-hmm.
and within that, Riddler definitely takes a big key, but also Catwoman. I believe everyone did amazing. I
Yeah.
don't believe there was,
No,
in
well,
my opinion, I don't believe there's one breakout star.
like,
But I will say
uh-huh.
he did redefine the Riddler.
I
like-
feel like that's why I gave him like because going in just a preconceived notion of who the Riddler is, and then watching his take on it is like, whoa, like
Yeah.
this is a Riddler that I would expect in like the Dark Knight universe. Like this nigga.
But I
was,
also
like,
have another
wildin'.
take on Riddler that we're gonna talk about later. That's mad funny, but we're gonna
But,
wait
yeah,
for that when we get it later. But yeah, then he does that saw ass trap
Yeah,
on the old commissioner
with the rat.
with the rat.
Yeah, that was
And
crazy.
Then Batman finds out. Then that man, horny frame one. But first off, real nigga frame one pulls up to the fucking club, nigga.
Wildin', son.
Wildin'.
Where's Penguin, nigga? Where
Getting
is
shot.
This nigga?
Getting
Yeah.
shot up.
This nigga
And
threw the
just
bat,
tanking.
son. This nigga was like when they shot him, he turned around, he threw the bat at the nigga.
Yo, nigga was fucking wildin'. He was going crazy.
He's like, yo, I'll tear this whole
Then-
club up.
And then Penguin,
Shout out
which
to Colin
his,
Farrell.
his intro was so fucking
Hey,
amazing.
relax,
He said,
man.
"Relax, sweetheart."
Don't call me no fucking sweetheart, nigga. I'll tear this club up, nigga.
Then
Oh shit.
horny frame one. See sexy ass Selena Kyle walk in.
I mean, nigga, it's
and,
Zoe
and,
Kravitz.
hey, I can't even blame him, my
I mean,
boy. He was like, "Oh shit, who that?" But also detective mode when he brings up shows the shorty,
yeah,
she peeps
Mm-hmm.
She
And
takes
he saw that.
the drops. He see that. But horny frame 2 is him watching her change. Like, he didn't have to actually do that. Like,
it's
he
detective
actually
work,
did it.
baby.
But it's detective work, baby, because with the streets is never sleep.
Exactly.
And we got to make
I'm
sure
the
that
shadows,
shorty's
nigga.
safe. We got to make sure both these shorties is safe. But also, horny frame 1 for me, that scene where he meet her and they fighting, and then he like stopped her from the police and he holding her and holding her mouth closed. My brother, I would have moaned. I would have moaned so loud. The cops would have caught us. I would have had to beat the cop's ass, brother. I'm telling you.
This nigga in the shadows moaning. Yo,
They were like, who the fuck?
he on the night TV is wild.
They were like, what the fuck is that? Is that a dog?
This nigga said moaning is a tool.
Moaning is a tool, man. I am the shadows. Fuck is they talking about, nigga? I'm the night, nigga. I'm the darkness. But nah, him like just meeting her and her like, even though she's fucking very good at Catwoman.
Yeah.
Like, she's very, very good at Catwoman. Also, Catwoman's a fucking badass.
That's a fact.
Like, mad badass. Like,
That's
she
a
was
fact.
fucking, her karate's mad crazy.
Word.
And also her parkour skills. Parkour skills. Amazing.
Let's see. Some other highlights for me, just in general, is the fact that Batman he didn't get his finesse yet. You know what I mean? Like, when I brought up earlier about the gliding shit, like, he did not stick that landing. That nigga
At all. He got
up.
CTE. Definitely.
That
in his
nigga
head
limped
and shit.
away into the shadows, nigga.
Also,
He got shot.
Also, when the Coulson nigga pulled up to the funeral with the bomb on his chest,
Yeah.
and this nigga Batman is right there, son. Like, nigga.
Like, right next to his
Right
nigga.
next to the nigga, like, tell him. And he's like, I can't, nigga. I'm finna die. I would have just backed up, nigga. Why you right there? He
Amateur
blow
shit,
up,
son.
get CTE. Now the cops is in his face. Gordon the real one, but he decked that nigga.
He
Fucking
decked the fuck out of
We
that
wasn't
nigga.
even looking. Gordon was dead ass talking to looking at the other nigga. He said, "Bow!" Fucking dip. Favorite scene. Fuck 12. Nigga said, I can get you arrested for assault an officer. He said, you get me for assaulting 3. I was like, real nigga. Facts, nigga. You ain't no cop, nigga. You be out here doing other shit, nigga. Fuck 12, nigga. Nigga skedaddled on the cops, nigga.
That shit was funny as fuck,
Nigga,
son.
yo. And then that was the moment when I was like, nigga, shouts out the fucking bat claw, nigga. Nigga, it went, it was up. Nigga was getting lit up, just going, yo, I was like, this is hard. Nigga hit the rip cord. The suit came in. He jumped. I was like, nah.
I
that
do like the
nigga
hesitation
wildin'.
before he jumped. Though.
Yeah,
he saw the height. He was like,
fuck, nigga,
It's
fuck.
either-
Yeah,
but he was like, but I definitely just fucked up a couple cops.
yeah, I gotta go. And then he dipped. Dipped on him. And then
Nah, that shit was great, son.
it was just
We've seen it a ton of times, but the car chase scene. with
oh man,
Penguin,
the Hellbat,
yeah, nigga.
the Hellbat, nigga.
Yo, he
First
was
of all,
wildin', son.
When that nigga got shot, them niggas had the switches on the gas. Them shits was automatic.
Nigga, it was lighting up in the dark. Son.
I was like, oh, this nigga is fucking bugging.
That was
he
the-
got shot. I was like, he not good. Then you just hear mad smoke, blue fucking lights. I would have been like, what the fuck is that? Ghost Rider, nigga?
Niggas had the NOS, nigga.
Yo, then that nigga, his face in the whip.
Yo,
he
that was
was
the
like-
hardest shit, son.
I was like, it's Dominic. Oh, holy shit, it's Dominic Toretto. Yo, that chase scene,
It's hard,
he
son.
was whipping that hoe.
He was wild.
Fast and the Furious level whipping the hoe.
That shit was hard.
Because that
son.
explosion, there was no way he was supposed to survive. that.
Exactly.
But the fucking mind. When
It's
you
vengeance.
When you think you vengeance, nigga, nothing can stop you. Penguin bitch ass was mad excited.
Yo, I want to give Colin Farrell some props for that
He
one
did so
scene
good.
where he looked through the rear view mirror. The fear in his face
Yo.
when that car came through
Through
the
the
fire,
fire.
nigga.
He was
He
like-
was like, oh
He was
shit.
like, this nigga is different. Who is this? Who the fuck is this dude? What the fuck?
That shit was funny as fuck, son. That nigga was going crazy in that car.
When they
scene.
left that nigga there, I was dying. When they left
Yeah.
Penguin. That shit
He
had
actually
me
did the
dead.
little waddle. The fucking penguin
Damn, son.
waddle. That shit was funny.
Yo,
Paul Dano, aka the Riddler nigga, using 4chan to
Yo.
orchestrate this whole shit was
and
crazy,
this is my
son.
take on this. That nigga was nothing but an incel that was good at puzzles, nigga. That's literally all he was.
But
He was an incel Republican that... No, he's not even a Republican. He's an incel libertarian that likes puzzles, nigga, and had a hard life. He did have a hard life. But
so basically what you're trying to say is like he's like if Gas made the wrong choices because my son got puzzles.
Yeah, if
Well, I feel like we gotta keep an eye on this nigga.
If Gas decided that music and engineering wasn't it,
he was like, it's not working out.
but nah, but Gas not an
crimes.
incel. That's the only problem. Like, but Gas is very close to being a Riddler-esque type of person.
Hey, nigga, gotta watch those fucking Rubik's cubes, my
I'm
nigga.
dead. I'm dead. But he really, and this is another testament. I'm gonna get into my cinema Scorsese thing right
Carlton
now.
Scorsese.
But
we
this
back.
is another testament to taking something that is kind of classic and timeless, that is old,
Mhm.
using those old principles in different parts,
Mhm.
making something new, and like respecting just basically the art kind of it all. Because like the internet is a tool,
Yeah.
very big and very instrumental to everything that we do nowadays. Everything goes viral, good and bad, or
Yep.
whatever you decide is good or bad. So him using that as his tool to reach more people in Gotham probably made the most sense and was honestly one of the most refreshing things to see about the evilness of his character. Because like if he was just killing these niggas and that was it, and then Batman just caught him, and then that him saying this wasn't how it was supposed to end would mean nothing.
Right.
But him actually getting through to people and Batman having to face that, like, fuck, maybe I am kind of like him.
Yeah.
In a way, because the way he can inspire fear in criminals, you also inspire fear in the people you protect.
Yeah.
And the way that the Riddler inspired fear in the big wrong criminals, he also inspired the smaller people to fight up against the bigger people.
Yeah.
And Batman, even in the beginning, said, I'm not really making it a difference. And I feel like when he seen the Riddler guy at the end after he got beat up and the guy said, I am vengeance.
Yeah.
I feel like Batman was like, fuck, this nigga somehow still won.
Yeah.
Even though I won. But fuck, we just kind of skipped to the end, but we're going to just talk about it.
Yeah, just go ahead.
But the inverse of that is what I really liked that they did with Batman was, holy shit, this Batman was actually saving people.
Yeah. That's a fact.
And I feel like all his heroic moments in that last few minutes that weren't the most crazy action-packed shit just made me realize that, damn, nah, that nigga, he is a good guy. And Gotham should see that he is a good person because he is actually trying to actively save people's lives without, like, just incapacitating all the fucking enemies. He's still a person at the end of the day that actually does care about the city and the people around him.
So let me go back for 1 second. So what you was talking about with the serial killers, well, Paul Dano, Riddler, and the internet, it just kind of made me think, like, imagine if more serial killers, like famous serial killers of the past, had the internet.
That's a fact.
Like how they would like cultivate their
Like, I mean, look,
following.
That, like how Charles Manson was pulling up.
Exactly.
He didn't have the internet. If he
Exactly.
had the internet,
Imagine.
it would have probably been worse.
Exactly. That would have been some crazy shit.
Or like whoever the nigga they call a handsome nigga, Ted Bundy.
Oh yeah.
Like shit
Nigga.
like that. Like
it would be different.
it
Son.
makes it fucking crazy. So I feel like them heightening that aspect of the Riddler made it make more sense because nigga, who else loves more riddles than the internet? Or
Exactly.
more puzzles than people on the internet. I'm even guilty of that. So it's like, damn, son, that shit is a strong message.
They gave me something like very specific I wanted to talk about because it ties in technically to not Comic-Con last year, but the year before. Whatever we had the shit online.
Yeah.
And there was a topic that I actually wanted to bring to the podcast about masks. And that's something that the Riddler talked about was we're so used to, like in the movie, we're so used to him having like that voice. Yeah. And it was supposed to be like terrifying until he was in the coffee shop and they arrested him and you heard him talk for the first time in his normal voice. And he sounded like a geek. Like he sounded like the actual Riddler that we know. And I thought it was so interesting about him talking about masks, about how you can be yourself behind a mask because you're unhinged. Like you can, once you cover your face, like it's like your confidence goes up. So when he was talking about Batman, he was like, yeah, you know, all that violence or whatever. And you pretend like it's kind of like what they talked about with Kill Bill about Superman, Clark Kent. No, Superman is the real person and Clark Kent is the identity or whatever. And he's always trying to pretend to be Clark Kent, even though he's really Superman.
True.
And in this, it always felt like the violence within Batman was him being himself and using the mask as an excuse to be violent.
Also,
under the guise of, you know, fighting crime.
Going further, they even kind of gave him an excuse for him acting the way that he acts through his parents.
Exactly.
And through the information that we find out about his parents. Because, and nigga, I feel like if you go back to me talking about any Batman series, I always talk about how I love if they talk about his father's mafia like connections.
Yeah, that was a great connection.
They did that. And I was like, yes, bitch. And then they went further and said his mom probably suffered through mental illnesses and shit.
Yeah.
And now it's like, Bruce, nigga, you need help.
Exactly.
Dude, you're the way you are. That is who you are. Hilariously enough, getting back to the Riddler, though. Fucking Bruce about to cry in the interrogation room because he think this nigga know he Batman. Yeah. Had me fucking weak.
Bruce Wayne.
He was like, oh, God. Right? And then the look of relief on his face. And then immediately starts frying this nigga up.
Wow, son.
Nigga said, no, you're a fucking sick, pathetic loser. And you're going to fucking die alone, dude. You got to get the fuck out my face, bitch. No one's ever going to fucking remember you. Fuck you, dude. I'm Batman, dude. I'm vengeance, dude. I'm different. I don't kill people. Yo,
nah, that shit was funny. And going back to the mask shit for a second, if you think about it, the way in which the Riddler was acting with his mask, like I was saying about him and Batman using the mask as an excuse to be them real selves.
Facts.
You can call the internet actually a mask because that's why niggas jump on and be trolls. Like they don't act like that in real life.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with
the
that?
internet can definitely be a mask.
Yes, I agree. They use it as a mask, but that's not who they really are. They wouldn't do that in person.
Exactly. That's the point.
No, but that's what we're saying.
But Batman will fuck you up in person. Period. Point blank. You feel me? Like that.
No.
Batman
I mean, yeah,
Bruce.
but Bruce Wayne can't just fuck people up.
Bruce,
like
he
Batman
pretends
can.
to be
You get
Bruce to fit in. But he himself is just violent.
Basically, what Riddler was saying is that, nigga, I know Batman is who you truly are.
Exactly.
And it is. Because Bruce Wayne is who he is, but that nigga always struggles because he wants to be Batman more than he wants to be Bruce Wayne.
And you know what my tie into that is?
My point is, if they figured out who Bruce Wayne was, he wouldn't give a fuck. He's Batman. Bruce Wayne died a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean,
Bruce Wayne
because he is
dead.
Batman. Yeah, no, we're saying the same thing. We agree.
My tie into that.
It's different for the people on the internet. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
No. They're not. We're not putting them in the courageous light like we would do with Bruce Wayne.
I'm just saying like
it's more like a cowardly thing.
Exactly.
And when the internet they put the internet mask on, they're brave all of a sudden.
Because you know what? Exactly. That's what we're saying.
No.
So like basically, it's kind of like when you think about like zombie movies, and like a lot of people hate zombie movies because they focus on the zombies. when you really got to focus on the people. Like, you see how people change when there's no longer rules and they could be their full selves. Exactly. Like, they can be who they really want to be, like, without the confines of, society and rules. So it's kind of like, that's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah.
The internet is just their mask. Like, they can
see this is strange.
Uh-huh.
This is real strange, y'all opinion. Well, at least Colton's opinion slightly, and your opinion too, because you sort of was weighing both sides. It's like when y'all seen the other Batman movies, y'all enjoyed the Bruce Wayne of other Batman movies when Bruce Wayne was never the point. Like, he was just a side character.
What are you talking about right now?
We had a discussion before. I'm just tying it back to our old podcast. We had a discussion before where we were talking about which one, not even which one was important, but more like I was saying that Batman is Batman for a reason. He's important. Like, he's the main focus. Like, them other Bruce Waynes, like even the actors themselves, those actors, fuck them. They were trash. They were garbage. The old actors, except for the first one.
Okay, so let me see if I'm getting what you're trying to say. Like, okay,
you're saying Batman is the whole point.
Batman was the whole point.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
And
y'all were saying that those actors, when they were acting as Bruce Wayne, they made
we were speaking in different. We're speaking in different contexts.
Yeah,
because again, we were agreeing that there's a best Batman, there's a best Bruce Wayne, and there's a best combination of both. I understand you are saying that Batman is the main focus because we agree that Bruce Wayne just wants to be. He is Batman and he wants to be Batman all the time.
I think what it is you're balancing two different types of important. You're balancing within the world's important, within that universe is important versus the movie's important.
Yeah.
Like, if we're talking about within the movie itself, like for us, like Bruce Wayne is his tool. Like, that's how he fits in. That's how he can hear shit on a day-to-day basis. That's how he can move around without people knowing that he's Batman. Like, if you act like Bruce Wayne, they'll let their guard down. Like, when he went to Falcone, he would never be able to get that close to Falcone at the funeral if he was Batman without people attacking him. But you could walk up as Bruce and he'll embrace you.
So if you really want to see it, Bruce Wayne is the mask.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
that's
Bruce
what we were
Wayne's
agreeing with.
Batman's not the mask then.
Yeah.
Batman
but this is
what
person. But this is what we were saying because that's
Batman's his personality.
What the Riddler at the end of the movie told him.
Yeah.
He said the mask is who we truly are.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because
so did y'all let me ask you a question. Did y'all the two previous movies? Was it two actors that was in the two previous movies? Like, completely different Batman?
I already explained to you that Batfleck, I didn't like his Bruce Wayne. Yeah. I only liked his Batman.
And which Bruce Waynes did y'all like?
I liked Christian Bale.
What'd you like about him again?
His Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
His Bruce Wayne was probably the most charismatic, probably the most.
He did the best version of the mask.
Version of the mask of Bruce Wayne.
The best version of the mask that Batman wears.
And I think Robert
Batman,
also did.
If you look at Batman, Batman is the person. And then when he tries to fit into society, he wears a mask, which is Bruce Wayne. That's what we were talking about.
Because this nigga Batfleck, his Bruce Wayne was just basically Batman.
Yeah.
Without a mask. Like, if you lived in that universe, you would know that Ben Affleck was Batman.
Exactly.
Like, so with Christian Bale, it was almost like two different niggas.
You want to see him be a totally different person?
I mean, yeah. He has to.
He has to be.
He has to because Batman,
he's rich.
I mean, Bruce
so he
Wayne
has
is
to
the mask.
He has
to see the front as much as possible.
But that's what Robert Pattinson, I believe, did perfectly.
Yeah, with
in
the
this
girls.
movie, because there was parts with him with the women.
He had to have women around him and act like he was drunk and high and shit. Like, I'm Batman, nigga. Look at me.
Him with politicians.
Yeah.
Him when he had to go talk to the mob bosses, he had to just seem mad vulnerable and like,
exactly.
Oh my God. And
when that's not him,
when that's not who he is, he would whoop their ass, just like you said. That's
so
his actual self.
He has to wear the Bruce Wayne mask.
This is the Batman.
No. What was it like in the sense of what you were just talking about? What was this movie? Was it the same as the other ones?
No.
He showing
he did
that
both
he
perfectly.
was Batman?
Yeah, he did both
perfectly.
You think he did both perfectly?
Yeah,
I think he.
Yeah,
did
he gave us
perfectly.
a Bruce.
He gave us a Bruce, who's
and then
he gave
us
like
a Batman.
cover. And then when he was Batman,
he could be him.
Batman,
Which
and
is
it
the
was like
hurt
all
person.
aspects of Batman.
Yeah.
Because Batfleck, I love him just for the
violence,
action.
nigga.
He was not the best detective.
No,
he was not a good
just here to
detective.
shoot niggas up.
He was just here fucking. He was actually killing niggas.
Yeah, that's it.
This nigga Robert Pattinson was lethally fucking niggas up, but they weren't like he wasn't killing niggas.
He was like the midpoint between Christian Bale's
Bale
Batman and Batfleck. The violence of Batfleck, but more of the detective work that Christian Bale was trying to do. So he's like the best of both worlds.
And it was more grounded and realistic.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just felt like it was perfect. It was like a perfect portrayal of actual Batman and a very, very good portrayal of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. The Mask, Bruce Wayne.
Of the mask that is Bruce Wayne. Yeah. I mean, he's also newer, so he was more moody and emotional as Bruce Wayne and more reclusive and shit. So it made a lot more sense in case of like being compared
Bruce
to the
Wayne,
comics
you
and
said
shit.
Was reclusive.
Yeah.
He was laid back. He was not as charismatic.
Because it was the beginning.
Okay, in the beginning
of
the movie,
perfect.
he was only in the beginning of the movie. Was
no,
he
I'm saying
no,
that
because this is his second year.
This
is him his second year as Batman.
So
he's still like moody.
Bruce Wayne himself was putting himself back into society.
Into society.
So he was charismatic, but he wasn't as crazy.
Okay, but what was his Batman? What his Bruce Wayne personality? What was the personality behind it?
His personality was like, I am basically the son of Gotham royalty, people that kept us fucking good and straight. I'm getting back into the community and shit. People are highly seeking me out in this corrupted ass city where I have been Batman for 2 years. And he was just basically playing the
Batman,
game.
Bruce Wayne.
No, I'm saying he is, as his experience as Batman, Bruce Wayne knows that most of the people that are trying to get on his side are trying to do some shit. So he plays a game like being either super oblivious or I'm not trying to really do no crazy shit like that. So he's like kind of laid back right now. When it comes to the shorties, he's just chilling.
So Bruce Wayne is laid back. He's not really saying much. What's his
just
personality?
Started. That's his
what I'm
personality.
saying.
His personality
is laid back.
He's laid back. He's reclamating. He's putting himself back into society.
So the other one that you like is more energetic.
He's already.
He's been Batman.
Established. He's been Batman. He retired after.
He understands the front a little bit more.
Yeah, that's it. He just knew the front.
If that's
he's a
the
hardened
case, then
veteran.
I can agree with that. But that like Bruce Wayne's supposed to be real energetic and like.
No. I'm not saying real energetic.
He's not supposed to be that
because Bruce Wayne only did that when cameras was on.
Bruce Wayne
you heard me?
Broken.
He only did that when cameras was on. When the cameras was off, the niggas
exactly when he's by himself. But when he's around people, he has to give off a certain energy. Like people know who he is. Like he's the richest person in Gotham. He's supposed to have all these fancy cars, all these women. He got a mansion. You're not going to see this nigga and see him being moody. He might do that around Alfred because Alfred know who he is. But if you're an outside nigga, he has to give off that vibe of, like, I'm a playboy billionaire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got my own mansion. I fuck different women every night. Like, he has to give off that personality.
Does he do that the best?
Who does that the best?
The recent one. Does he do that the best?
No, because he hasn't been that. He just started.
He just started. But
even his Bruce Wayne just started getting into the philanthropy. He hasn't been into the philanthropy.
Yeah, he hasn't.
So how old is he in this?
He's like 20, 25.
Yeah,
he's about like 20, 25. He's young. He just
started, so he's young.
Yeah, if it's his second year, it's literally he started from about like 23. So he's about 25 right now. He hasn't established the Bruce Wayne of Gotham. Like he isn't that person that they look to.
Basically, to answer your question, everything that's been happening in the city with the philanthropy is something that his parents set forth.
Yeah, he's not a part of that.
He even got to like that point. So around that time when his parents set up the company, and then he found out they died when he was mad young. Remember, he went and he trained and shit.
Yeah,
he did.
So remember, he's supposed to like his Bruce should at one point eventually become Christian Bale's Bruce.
But they set that up already because at the funeral he meets the politician who won.
Exactly.
And remember, she was telling him, I'm going to have you in the forefront doing philanthropy like your parents because the people need to see you more.
And that's what he learns at the end of the movie is that he can't just be a violent Batman. He has to help people.
Be fair.
So
and vengeance, basically.
Exactly.
Like I have to also save people and also show that I can help the citizens.
And then that that trickles into Bruce. Where it's like, I know I could do certain things as Bruce that I can't do as Batman, and vice versa.
And he started doing it. He started learning towards the end because that's how he got to Falcone.
Exactly.
Because
so this is the rough around the edges Batman and Bruce.
I could get the information.
Exactly. So that's basically.
And he was still
I feel
broken.
like this movie gave y'all a better perspective on like who Batman is versus just like you say in The Mask. I feel like that.
I mean, I mean,
like last time it was more like. You was choosing sides more than anything.
You kind of have to because at different, they're both different ages, Jamal.
If you can't, I hear you with the ages, but if you can't do both properly, I don't think like the movie was good. Period. That what you're saying he's doing both pretty well for early stages. I can say that's great. I can say probably.
Wait, what are you talking about right now?
No, I get what he's saying. Like
being
us
Batman,
he needs to be both. Like. The fact that we were like, okay, like Christian Bale's Bruce was better than Batfleck, but Batfleck's Batman was better than Christian Bale's Batman.
That's okay. That's fine. That's true.
Hold on.
Yeah, but what we're saying versus what he's saying is if we had to choose, like those two together would be perfect, which is kind of what we got from Robert
Pattinson.
But I can still enjoy a movie where Batfleck is going crazy. Even though his Bruce isn't the best Bruce.
And I can still enjoy the movie where Christian Bale is doing a good job being Bruce Wayne.
Like, it's not
there's
completely black and white.
I just
where
don't
it's just
really
like
in it.
Yeah, like certain tropes, like if it's really good, I can watch it and still enjoy it. Like, it doesn't have to be both for me to be like, okay, it was a good movie. Like, I can have one where it's 75-25 and I still can enjoy it.
Man, this Batman movie is too good, man. Honestly.
All right, so here comes my hot take.
What's
we're talking. Here's my hot take. Niggas didn't like it, but it's for me, it was true.
Okay.
And I'm going to be very specific about what I'm saying.
I got some hot takes too.
The Batman is a better film than The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is a better movie than The Batman. Do I have to clear that up? I can. Like,
say it again.
The Batman is a better film than The Dark Knight. But The Dark Knight is a better movie than
I believe this shit better than The Dark Knight, but The Dark Knight's amazing.
You know what it was? Because if I'm sitting down on a Friday night and I have to watch a movie, or I got a couple people over, I'm going to pick The Dark Knight over The Batman because it's a more high octane movie. Like it's a good movie, like popcorn movie. Not to knock The Dark Knight because Heath Ledger and all that did an amazing job, but amazing. In terms of a film. Like a produced, put together film from the cinematography to the music to everything. The Batman is a better film.
Nigga, if I want somebody to watch a Batman movie, I'm going to tell them to watch The Batman.
Exactly. Like from beginning to end.
If you want to watch a Batman movie that's actually about
Batman.
Batman
exactly.
does.
Like it's
watch this
film. Perfect Batman film. But in terms of a movie where if I just want to see shit exploding, couple jokes, The Dark Knight to me is a better movie.
If you want to go home, watch it personally, you can watch this one. But if you want to watch
it with
if you got homies and shit around, like they not gonna want to sit and watch. They will not want to sit around and watch the Batman.
That's definitely high quality cinema.
Exactly, it is.
If somebody was like, "Yo, I want to watch a Batman movie," like what Batman's about, I'll be like, "Nigga, watch the new Batman." Like,
you know what it is? It's like the Joker movie. Where it was like the Joker movie was a character study on the Joker. This is like an actual character study on Batman.
Yeah.
Versus like the other movies. Yeah. Like I think it was more focused on his character.
Catwoman, man, she was going crazy. The Falcone daughter shit. I think that's a comic thing, right?
Yeah, that's accurate.
That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Also that nigga, shouts out that nigga who plays Carmine Falcone. Because he was always like a funny nigga to me in movies.
In Transformers.
He did so fucking good in this movie as Carmine Falcone.
Nigga,
Colin Farrell did
just
so
just
good.
like you said earlier in the movie, we on fucking Scorsese's
Yo,
boy.
nigga,
Like
hold
we got
on.
mafia movies.
They said
now,
they got
son.
the Penguin show coming out. That's Scorsese.
Let's
my
talk
boy.
about it, baby. Let's talk about it.
Scorsese. Let's talk about it.
So
man.
like, all right. So just like you said, Colin Farrell, they confirmed that he's getting a movie, TV show,
series,
on HBO limited series.
Remember,
Penguin.
the streets is open now.
Now, on top of that, to switch it up more, since we kind of got like the mafia shit and the cop shit in the Batman, they're changing the Gotham PD show that they were going to do for HBO, and they're actually making it a Arkham Asylum film, scary film, like horror type series.
So I think
so we going
Scarecrow,
crazy, nigga.
We seen
and you know who it is?
It's Druid, right?
Yeah, nigga.
That shit is crazy. That nigga getting double checks, man. Shouts out my man. At first I thought it was Two-Face, but then I was like,
nah, he made
he's
the
talking
clown
about being a
references.
clown. He made a clown reference, and then he laughed maniacally at the yeah. Riddler,
You know, maybe we get Hugo Strange.
Riddler, Joker, Hugo Strange. We'll probably get Scarecrow.
Yeah,
We'll
Scarecrow
probably get
gotta
Harley
be a definite-
Quinzel.
Yeah, she might be the psychiatrist in the asylum. That'd be a great way to bring her in.
Damn, what if they do that?
How
man?
far you think they're gonna push this?
Oh, they gonna push.
Oh,
this.
they pushing it. They pushing it because
Like-
their post credit scene said the end with a question mark, and then it was a bunch of like green.
Yeah, and if
A
you
lot
went to the
of them
only
website
get 1 or 2 movies tops.
I say 3.
in this,
It's a trilogy. There's
I feel
definitely a
like
trilogy.
honestly at this point, and just because it's DC, this shit is doing so well. I feel like they didn't realize how well it was gonna do, and it's like this can be. I'm sure they're trying to figure out how would we branch off this reality, this universe, because the shit that they're making right now with the Batman is perfect.
The new meta of spin-offs is kind of changing how many movies or series based things we
I think
get,
two,
right?
2 or 3 is not enough.
No, it's
I
not.
don't think, but this is what I'm saying. The new meta with spin-offs, like how the Suicide Squad, we got Peacemaker, and then James Gunn said he's working on some other shit, and then he's gonna work on the next Suicide Squad.
And that's
movie.
what I'm saying. I feel like
think
we're gonna
like
branch.
as long as the popularity holds up, and like I'm saying, I liked every character I seen in this shit.
Yeah, we can
like,
talk about that.
Every character. So
Honestly,
like,
go ahead.
almost to the point where I'm just like, damn, they might really have this cash cow, because if they do this Penguin show right, and then they bring in the Rogue Gallery the right way, and like then the next Batman movie, we could talk about that, because I kind of have like a theory.
Okay.
And it's like you seen the Hush with the question mark, and then Carmine Falcone talks about how Bruce took the bullet out.
Mhm.
That they could be setting up a Hush. One of those, the Hush. I don't know if y'all seen Batman Hush. They could be setting that up.
That shit is hard.
I mean, they could be setting up a lot of different things, man.
To continue what you were just saying about branching off, I feel like I said, this universe so far, because I want to jinx it, so far is perfect. Like, it's the right amount of dark. We were just talking about like the people in the movie. Honestly, going back to my hot take for a second, I think that's what makes it stand out to me as a better film than The Dark Knight, is because the thing about The Dark Knight, and being a fan, I'm gonna have to like pull the wool from niggas' eyes for a second. If you take away Heath Ledger's performance, what's the next great performance in the fucking Dark Knight, bro? Like, nobody stands out. Batman don't even stand out. Like, Heath Ledger carried the movies, man.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Relax.
I'm dying. I'm
Like,
I'm joking.
honestly, no. Like, who carries the film other than Joker? Like, if you take his performance out, like, if you take out the Riddler's performance in the Batman, does the movie suffer?
Christian Bale, cool.
Like, everybody else like,
Yeah,
nobody
Heath Ledger and Christian. I mean, but the Dark Knight always felt like it just showed more love to the villains.
Yeah.
And
but that's
like,
the thing,
it also
too.
tried to be more of an actual movie, like you said.
And that's what I'm saying.
So,
Like, when you think about the performances that niggas look to in the Dark Knight series,
It's usually always the
it's
villain.
never Batman.
It's always the villains.
Exactly.
Or niggas will say
it's
he's a
Bane,
good Bruce Wayne.
it's Joker. Like, it doesn't really.
That's my problem right there. So how you get?
I don't have a
leave
problem with
alone.
it though.
It's
But
fine.
I get why you have a problem. I don't have a problem with that though. Because
You know why?
again,
'Cause
the
it's
Dark
just like
Knight
I
is
was just
not
saying.
Also is not. I slander it all the time.
But
That's
it's
another
just
thing.
it's just what I was just saying though. Like, Heath Ledger carried that movie.
Yes.
That's why I said, like, if you take him
Same
out
way
of the
Bane
movie,
carried the
you
other
look
one.
at it and it's like, okay, what's so great about the Dark Knight movie if there's no Joker in this?
Raish was cool
But
too,
if you take out,
Not even.
but if you take out,
Well, I guess.
Raish was cool.
nah, Raish was cool.
Exactly.
He was
Nigga,
cool.
it's okay if you don't like it. It's fine.
No,
I
but
don't-
you're right. Rachel's
But-
cool.
But yeah, this nigga's hilarious. But if you do that to the Batman, you still have Selina, you still have Carmine, you still have Batman, like still have Penguin. Like you can take out one person,
Nigga,
and the movie still goes.
I remember Officer Martinez. That's my nigga. I remember his name.
But that's the point that I'm saying. It's like it's so stacked that everybody does their job to not get like outdone. Like
Gordon
everybody
was
does
amazing.
exactly. Nobody was outshining my sons. I mean,
Nigga,
that nigga
oh
go
my
crazy on the
God.
HBO shows. But but that's the point that I'm making. Like everybody does such a great job that it's hard to pick a standout. But if I had to, like I said, I would have picked the Riddler just because of his performance in the movie. Other than that, like,
If I was being horny, Selena Kyle.
yo, you're a wild
definitely-
nigga.
But
But like in general, like that's why I said like it's a better film than a Dark
oh, I
Knight.
have a hot take.
Give it
I
to
have
me.
a hot
Give it to
take.
me. Join me on this side, nigga.
I have a hot take, and y'all not gonna like this, but this is the worst Alfred.
You know what?
I forgot mad crazy shit happened to him,
You know
and
what?
I didn't care
gotta
like
think.
that.
I
Honestly,
gotta think. I don't hate him. I
you
don't
want to
hate
hear
him,
what's
though.
crazy? You
Go
want to
ahead.
know what's crazy? The explosion happened,
You ain't give a fuck.
and I was like, "Damn, he dead." Man.
And did you say? I mean, hopefully.
Yeah, kind of. And I kind of shrugged like on
That's
some.
fucked up.
And then you know what else? You know what the second thing I thought? Oh, Bruce Wayne about to whoop some ass.
Yeah,
nigga.
nah,
And I was
honestly-
immediately hyped for thinking that this nigga was possibly dead to bring Bruce Wayne
Just give him
to
the anime
snap,
trope.
nigga. I
Give
thought
him the
Bruce Wayne
anime
was gonna
trope.
snap.
Nah, they did that scene really great though. Like with him in the whip, like trying to get back to the mansion,
Yo.
and then it went silent, and he was just yelling.
That shit was crazy.
I was like, okay.
I
like,
thought he made it in time.
I was
Yo,
like,
it
all
was
right, so
crazy.
the Riddler's
They-
dead now
they-
because this
yeah,
nigga's
I
going.
was
This
like, the
nigga's about
Riddler
to wild
dead.
up out.
That nigga dead. He wilding. He going crazy.
What are they doing with the Justice League now?
Oh, I don't know.
It's done, son.
I
Honestly,
think that's finished.
honestly,
so no more Batfleck or who the fuck that was.
Nah, yeah, he's
it's-
done.
You know what it is?
He's done.
They're using. I don't like how they're using my boy. They're using
Ezra
Flash.
Miller Flash. To
Yeah,
do
they're using Flash to
Flashpoint, basically.
reboot the
This movie is
the
like
movies.
a Flashpoint to reboot.
So they're
shit.
bringing it.
So apparently, the Justice League will have
New Batman.
Yeah,
Batwoman.
It's gonna be Keaton. It's gonna be
Oh,
Keaton.
whoa.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be.
Supergirl,
Yeah, so it's gonna be Keaton.
Batwoman, Supergirl, Flash, Aquaman.
So to remove Batman.
I think so.
Yeah, because
Unless-
he's not coming back.
Yeah, I don't.
How does that work?
I literally cannot see
How does that work?
All right, so let me
Robert
let
Pattinson
me-
How
as
no,
the
all right,
new
so
Batman
I'm like, so
over there.
basically what they're doing again, because it's DC and it's WB, they're getting rid of Batfleck. He's gonna be in the movie, but whatever
his
happens,
last
yeah, it's
cameo,
his,
I think.
whatever happens in the movie with the whole time travel shit and Flashpoint, he's gonna be replaced by Keaton. Keaton is gonna be issuing in the new Batgirl. She's getting a series on HBO at the end of the year, I think. And
Okay.
she's gonna be like the new Batman of this DC new rebooted universe. That's what they're doing. And Supergirl is gonna be the new Superman because they're not getting Henry back. I don't know how the shit works, but this is what they're doing. Like that's all I got for you. Like
I was fine with them replacing Iron Man with a black female.
okay.
This too much.
I'm just telling you what we getting, bro. Like we getting the Batgirl, Supergirl. It's gonna be the Flash. It's Aquaman. Who else is on the squad now? Wonder Woman. And I think that's the new Justice League.
So who's the leader of the Justice League?
It's either gonna be Wonder Woman or it's gonna be Supergirl. That's where we're going. That's what we got.
It might be.
That's just
Aquaman
yo.
or
You should
Wonder
see his
Woman.
face. That's what we got, bro.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
But-
Shazam's on the
and y'all
Justice League
expect the
too.
most from this Batman stuff?
Shazam's on the Justice League too.
Yeah,
Look, they keep wasting this stuff, and it's just like
Nah, that Batman shit is gonna be good.
yeah, because it's not the same
it's
universe.
actually
Wasted-
actual movies.
2 different Batmans already, and you expect them to do better with this one.
They already did.
Yeah, nah, this
I mean,
first
maybe
one's
with
good.
this first movie, okay, cool.
So that's why I said for
let's-
now.
Let's see how the second one turn out. Let's say that for now.
You know what? Before we even get
Whenever,
to
whenever they
hopefully-
develop it,
before we
then
even
we'll
get
talk.
before
We'll
yeah
talk.
before
Alright.
we even get to that one, let's just see how the Penguin goes.
Yeah, we got to see the series first.
Yeah, if the series continues where this one started, I'll have faith in the next movie. And that's why I said if they create this universe, I don't really give a fuck about the DCU at that point. Like, I'd rather we just stick to this new Batman universe.
What I would like is if they took the Batman movie, they did a couple episodes, just like how they did, what was that one? I can't remember what it was called, but if they do a movie, then they do a show with Batman, then they do a movie after. Not necessarily the Penguin, but like actual Batman, like in between.
I don't think they're gonna do it. DC wants to make as much money as possible, so they're gonna do a movie or they're gonna do a spinoff where Batman pops out.
I don't even think they're gonna do it.
But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're saving him for movies.
Yeah, they just refuse to put him on regular TV in any form. Like, they're just not gonna do it.
I think he probably don't want to be on TV. He's a fucking star. Though.
I mean, he is, but at the same time, like.
I mean, he is, nigga. He's literally a star, nigga. Like,
no, I just mean in general, like, if you think of, like, the way Disney runs their shit. Yeah. All those niggas are stars, but they'll give you money to put you in the show.
That's a fact.
But Robert Pattinson,
movies you probably got to be in first.
That too, but at the same time, I just don't feel like WB is gonna.
Give him a whole bunch of them. They might as well give him a show also.
Right, I just feel like WB is just not that dedicated.
They should do that down the line, to be honest. But I don't.
We talked about it in the DC fiction shit. It's just certain shit that as fans, Disney seems to be willing to do versus DC won't do. Which is a good topic for a second is the fact that we did have that Marvel DC Fix episode. And one of the things that Jamal specifically wanted was he wanted them to make shows more mature. Mm-hmm. And they brought over all the Netflix shows that we were talking about in that episode.
On Disney Plus now.
And it's not edited. It's in its original format. Like,
I'm definitely about to watch
they up the ratings or whatever, the parental controls, and they're just like
TV
we're not editing shit.
Things.
Yeah.
On it now.
That gives hope for what we might get in Moon Knight. And and in the future. Like, we might get shows of that lever. Yeah.
Moon Knight is the test.
Exactly.
Moon Knight is literally the test.
But this Batman movie don't even matter. Moon Knight is the test.
Like, if they pull that
off, the Batman movie is also in DC. You get what I'm saying? So DC's already kind of dark. Yeah. Especially from the last few movies that they put out. So, like, I trust them to make darker movies than I trust Marvel to do.
The only thing I just don't trust them with, like, I trust them to
Moon Knight is literally the benchmark. Like
I trust them to
see where they going.
I trust DC to make darker films. I just don't trust them to make stay true to the character or like true to the comic. Like, they're gonna deviate. Like, they're deviating right now with the Justice League. They're not gonna stick to that, but they'll make the shit dark.
True.
And that's where I think Disney is willing to stay more comic accurate. They're just lighter hearted. And I'm put an asterisk next to that only because they definitely just brought
accurate.
Yeah, like, it's so far.
Both of them is sort of quote unquote with that. But I'll give you the point.
Nah, only because, like I said, like, they're not gonna do what just DC just did, where it's just like, yo, Batman is one of the big, if not the biggest property that you guys have, and you're just like, yeah, no, we're just not gonna have a Batman anymore. Like, how does nigga?
They did that with Superman, though. So
yeah, like, yo, like, nigga, what? How do you just?
Was garbage.
So, like, the fact that you're willing to do that is like, that's why I would give Disney that point. It's just they're not willing currently to go darker. Now, if this porting of the Netflix shows over to Disney Plus is now like a huge fucking success, and they do see that, hey, with the parental controls, like, we can get away with this and still keep our Disney squeaky clean image, nigga, we might get more shit like we were talking about in that episode where it can be a little darker and it does fit, and they're just like, hey, be a better parent to your kid. Like, they shouldn't be watching this shit. Like, turn on Lion King, nigga. Like, we got parental controls for a reason. So I'll give them the asterisk for now and see what they do. Like you just said with Moon Knight, if they get a little darker, which they promised that they would get a little darker, then
might be able to trust it.
Know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
And then I'd want to know what they do with the Joker after this.
Well, I mean, the Joker is actually DC, and I trust them. Like, they're gonna make that shit dark anyway. Now, will it be continued to be like a good series the way the Batman is? I don't know. That's my issue.
Are they making another Joker?
They said so, yeah, because it was
shit, okay.
nigga, like the shit did
how
so.
that's gonna go.
The shit did so well. They were like,
I guess
in
my head,
you're not trying to be skeptical. You just trying to have it just like.
No, I'm trying to understand why they do it, because at the end of the day, like
money.
My place, honestly, in most comic book media is I'm not that invested because I expect both sides to just do whatever that gets money.
Exactly.
So in my head, in a perfect world, the next Joker movie will be more about like establishing the lore that the Joker isn't just one person. It's more like kind of like a lifestyle of the gang. And how they could connect the Joker, because the Joker was in the 70s or 80s.
They're not going to connect that shit. But go ahead.
But if they wanted to, if they really wanted to make that bread, and that way Joaquin Phoenix doesn't have to also continue being the Joker, what they would do is probably make him like become like the ideal of what the Joker is, and that could have inspired the druid type Joker that is in not Ben Affleck.
Did y'all watch?
But I mean, they're not gonna connect them.
They're not.
But
did y'all watch? What's that movie where Batman was a kid?
That's the Joker.
No, Batman was a kid in the show.
Gotham.
Gotham. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Gotham.
Did you see the? There was a joke in there.
He's good.
Yeah,
what
was his name?
Caleb something.
Yeah, the dude.
He was in, what's out of the show? You know, fine.
Caleb something.
He was good.
I know. Yeah.
Ginger.
He was very good.
He was very good. He was
very good at the Joker.
They did something similar to that, where it was just like, okay, it's not the Joker, but it is.
But that's what I feel like, because that is like part of the Joker lore, that the Joker is just more the thought of the evil of like psychotic shit, the darkest parts of like. Yeah, it's like more of an ideal than it is like an actual person. That's just why like he has so many different stories. And I would like if they kept that lore kind of in this.
And see, this Batman. Is exactly what you're going at. Is my point between the difference between a Disney and a WB. Yeah. Now Disney would probably work on your idea. WB is not going to do that. They're just going to give you the Joker Part 2, and it does not connect to the Batman in any way, even though they could. Just kind of based off what you said, the idea of what the Joker is inspires someone to take on that mantle and be the Joker. They're not going to do that, though. Like, true. They're not that.
I mean, they already did it with the Riddler.
Yeah, they're not going to do that shit. Like, they're just going to me, like,
but I low-key feel like we already
experiment.
Seen the Joker gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, who was the niggas in the beginning of the fucking shit that he caught that was trying to beat up the nigga. But yeah.
Exactly. They're not going to do that shit again. Like.
So I'm guessing the seeds are already planted. This already happened. Like, I guess if this Arkham Asylum shit, it should be hot. I'm
looking forward to that.
I'm trying to see Calendar Man. I'm trying to see all the weird shit.
All of it, son.
I just wish they had more uniformity with it. Not uniformity, but like everything was.
Oh no, yeah. Remember, we talk about it. They don't really got a plan. They just throwing shit at the board, and shit are sticking. So they're like, let's stick with it.
Exactly.
But then
that's literally what this is.
Continuities. But they already been doing that with their TV shows. So they're like, I guess we could keep doing this.
That's exactly what it is.
Because the way that they just like, because just like but Marvel's different because they tag the number on it, right? But that's all within one. Where DC is like, we tag a number on mad different. So this is Earth 138. This is Earth 312. This is Earth 192.
That's how they mark their success.
And it's like, fuck yeah, but nigga, no.
It's like, what? It's
so confusing.
Exactly. It's like, okay, like the Batman was a success, so let's just make this a new Earth, and so we could continue this shit.
Like, even Superman, though, like,
if they sat down,
easiest way out of taking accountability.
Exactly, that's the point that I'm getting at. It's like if they sat down, they were like, all right, this is the type of Batman that we want, and they came up with the Batman movie, and they had that Batman within their DC universe shit, and they took the time to do that with all their characters. They'd have a much better fleshed out universe. But instead of doing that, it's like, all right, let's try this shit, and then it's like, okay, this doesn't work, sticks. So that's Earth 3 and whatever. We don't use that Earth anymore. And then they do this on Earth. Yeah, and they basically do that. The difference between them, man. between them and like Disney,
just a waste of great characters.
Like, exactly,
a waste of great
exactly.
Characters,
and I think that's going back to the fact that to me they don't have a Kevin Feige. They need that one person on the board.
One of the free losses that they take is Cyborg. Because Cyborg was such a good character, and I know they're just not gonna work for him because he's on their ass. And we still stand with my boy Ray Fisher.
Nah.
But like,
so going back
that
to what I
shit
was
is
just
crazy.
saying, going back to what I was just saying is the fact they don't have a Kevin Feige, that one person to like sit them down and be like, yo,
That's
that
true.
Batman idea, that shit is fire.
The nigga that
We're
got that dude
gonna
that was a
take
fuck
that
nigga.
and we're gonna put that in this, and that shit'll connect to this, and that shit'll connect to this, and it'll make sense. And we get the whole universe flowing. They don't have a person that has that vision. It's just, yo, that shit work? Cool, let's do that. Make that an Earth 2. That shit work that Colton said, make that Earth 7. And that's why everything is so fucking scattered. Which is why you can have a great Batman movie that has nothing to do with the Justice League.
Bruce Wayne.
That's a fact.
This nigga,
You can, nigga. 'Cause Bruce Wayne is what his mama named
this
him.
nigga's
Nigga.
hilarious.
Who's seen his parents die in the fucking? He wasn't dressed like Batman when he watched his fucking parents die.
And then you can have
That nigga died. Get that in there.
And then you can have like a great Wonder Woman movie, and then you'll have a great team up movie with a Wonder Woman that doesn't act like the Wonder Woman in the solo movie, but it's the same actress. It's like, yo, like you haven't defined your fucking characters. That's what Disney does good. They're not dark, but at least they give me continue. They're able to continue the character per movie, and it makes sense. So that's the props that I'll give them versus a fucking DC. DC's great with the dark shit. They just don't. They're just not taking the time that they need. Like, and being so far into it's like 20 years of fucking Marvel movies, which is about the same time as DC movies, and these niggas still have not figured this shit out. Like, that shit don't make any sense to me at all. Like,
man, fuck him. I'm still say
still
that this
watch
movie
it.
is
Like,
a
I'm not-
4.5 out of 5.
I'm gonna give it a perfect score,
Or
bro.
like
Like,
a
to me, is I got no
9.5
knocks.
out of 10.
Honestly, the only knock is what I told you earlier. I was in the theater and it's like I thought the movie was over and it was still like another 45 minutes.
Two funny ass knocks. Catwoman, shorty died, and then she was just calling Bruce baby, nigga. Immediately, she just moved the fuck on.
Hey,
that
nigga,
shit had me
like,
fucking
yo,
dead.
nigga, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like,
Was these niggas was shooting the fuck out of each other in the dark, son. Like, what were y'all aiming at, nigga? What the fuck? Yo, I was like, yo, that's mad dangerous, nigga. Y'all can't see nothing. Y'all niggas not even wearing night vision goggles. What are y'all doing in there? What are y'all doing in the patrolling in the dark? What is happening?
he did cut the lights though.
But yo, them niggas was literally, it was one nigga with a flashlight. One nigga had a flashlight. One nigga. The first nigga who got knocked out had a flashlight, and then they was all just in the dark chilling.
This nigga's hilarious.
Yo, fuck them niggas. But that shit was lit. I love that movie. 9.5 out of 10, 4.5. Or no, wait, fuck, that's not even the same. That's
Nah, I'm gonna give it a perfect
Whatever.
score. Honestly,
9.5 out
I
of
got
10,
no
man.
issues with it. Like, honestly, the only issue I felt was like, yo, this shit is
It's long as
kind of
fuck,
long,
nigga.
son. Like,
It's long as fuck, but it's
but
amazing.
for like, if I'm rating it just based on cinema, if I'm going with my man Colton Scorsese, like cinema, to me, it's a perfect score. I got no knocks.
Yeah, honestly, I had no problem with the movie at all, man. It wasn't like I don't even find like the ending or anything anticlimactic or anything. I was like, damn.
It felt
okay.
like a Batman shit.
I
Was
get
like,
it.
yeah, you know, I let my
get it.
boo go.
Are you satisfied?
No, hell no. What?
I want more.
Why would I be? Why would I?
Yeah,
be
like I
satisfied?
wouldn't be like unsatisfied where it's like,
So
oh
based
man,
on that is a good movie. If they ended there.
Oh, I mean, if they ended there, yes,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
a good movie. But
It's still
like,
great.
I still the score that I give it, the 4.5 out of 5 would still stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's a good score then.
yeah, it's not like a movie where it feels like they have to build. Like if they just decided this was the only film, it's still a great fucking film. It's just I would be upset like, yo, nah, I want more. Like give me a second part. Like give me more. I want
call
more
it
of
a
these
perfect
characters.
film when they drop 2 more, nigga. Honestly.
So there's still some pullback from it.
I got no
Well,
pullback.
I mean, I don't have the only pullback that I have is I want more. That's why
because
I'm
I
taking
can't.
that point off,
I don't
'cause
want to
I'm
give
being
it.
selfish.
I'm not going to give it a rating in terms of what they do in the future. If I got to rate just the film, it's a perfect film, man. Like
4.5 out of
yeah,
5, man.
it's like I had like you know usually
4.5
there's a
out of 10.
movie you'll watch it and it's like that person didn't do as well as everyone else. Not everybody carried their weight in that movie.
That's a fact. They took that again. They only get that 0.5 off because the incels was going crazy, man. That's the only reason.
All right, so let's jump to worthies because I think we covered everything.
Worthy
What you got?
mafia movies, man. That's my worthy.
Superhero mafia movies,
Superhero
nigga.
mafia movies is the fucking future, nigga. Get on it, Martin Scorsese.
You know that
Pull
nigga
up.
rolling his grave, son.
Nah, that nigga got to do the next Batman. He gotta do.
We
the
gotta go
final
full
one.
circle.
Yeah, he gotta go full circle and do the. He gotta just fuck it. Come on in and direct some of the Penguin, nigga. Like the
DC
real
gotta
mob
give me a
shit.
universe, man.
What you said?
I need a universe.
Yeah, I need a universe
Dead
of
ass.
this shit, son.
We need that universe. That
Yo,
shit is
son,
tough.
Yo, imagine in the second one they replace Colin Farrell with Joe Pesci as the
Oh
Penguin.
my god,
It's
that
the
would be
fucking Bat.
amazing. Like a
Fucking hate this
like
Bat.
imagine a time skip with Joe Pesci. Like he's Joe Pesci now because he got smaller and older. That would be a fucking.
That'd be
amazing.
hilarious, nigga.
Oh man,
It's fucking Bat.
That'd be Hugo
I'm
Strange.
gonna find your mother.
Hugo Strange be Robert De Niro.
Word.
Yo, we can wild out, nigga. Let's get it.
They need to do a movie with superistic Batman, or that could be the TV show, maybe.
What?
Live action Batman Beyond.
Yeah. I feel like
The red
that's
suit?
what.
Not the
Honestly,
red suit, the red symbol. with
They
the
are
red
thinking of
honestly-
trying to do some.
honestly,
Batman
I feel
Beyond
like-
type shit.
honestly, I feel like that's where we should have went. Not to knock
With the
Batgirl.
movie?
That's where we should have went.
We
Like
should've
the
went
the
Yeah,
whole
Batman
Batfleck
Beyond.
shit and Flash fucking with Tom. It would have taken us to old Keaton, and old Keaton was raising the new Batman
Terry
Beyond.
McGinnis,
And
nigga.
that nigga would have came to our universe wilding the fuck out. That would have been a
'Cause Terry
Batman I could
McGinnis
fuck with.
was a cartoon invention, and then he went into the comics later.
I know.
So you could just like do whatever, but keep him kind of the same.
Exactly.
That
I
would've
mean,
been
we
hard.
basically doing whatever anyway on the DC side, nigga. Might as well like bring my nigga Terry over. Like,
I mean, the only thing that really bothers me about this Bat girl plan to, I guess I don't know if she might just stay Batgirl, but because that's Barbara, right?
yeah. Well, I don't know if she's gonna be Barbara in this. I don't know.
Hmm.
We got like no details. We just know it comes at the end of the year.
Why we can't just push Wonder Woman? I don't understand this.
Because the last movie sucked, man.
But
But the next one, hopefully they working on the next one pretty good.
Why we got it? I don't
Because
know.
Wonder
I
Woman
see-
go hard. She
I-
should be
no,
the leader,
I
nigga.
see
Her
what he-
and Aquaman
I see,
should probably
no,
be
I
the
see what he's
main
trying to
niggas.
say. Like, it definitely feels now kind of out.
It's for
Like,
Up
it's
to
it's
Wonder
literally
Woman, bro. It should be up to Wonder Woman.
no. I don't mean that. He means like in terms of balance between team members. Like, it's literally 4 women and maybe 2 guys. Like, it's a little. Like, if it works, it works. It just feels like okay, like
you doing this on purpose.
yeah, like it just
This
like
is forced.
like
This is
give
not
us
something
something
people
else.
fuck it,
Like
man.
it just
Fuck
doesn't
it.
feel. I don't know.
Fuck
Because
it,
Wonder
man.
Woman's supposed to be like that nigga.
I
like,
have
Right?
like
no
She's supposed
horses
to be technically she might fuck
in
up
this
Superman.
race.
exactly
For real.
like off rip. Like she's supposed to be that nigga.
Once
So it just
they-
kind of feels
yo,
a little.
Honestly, once they got rid of Henry, I mentally tapped out. Like I'm just gonna watch Black Adam. Hopefully he come whoop their ass real quick. That's what I'm trying to see.
like I mean, I'm still on board to see what they do. Maybe they pull it off. Maybe they do.
They fucking that up too.
Yeah. Like I mean, I don't even know how that's gonna work.
But
But
it's in the past, so
Yeah.
it's fine. It's
Well,
in
I
the
mean-
1940s.
I mean, he's still gonna like meet up with Shazam because
I mean,
if you-
that
if-
nigga live forever though. so
if you
he
look at
lit.
the release of the
So how is
movies,
that
it's
gonna
literally
connect?
like 3 months
Huh?
apart.
How is that gonna connect?
that's
I'm
definitely
so
gonna connect mad
confused.
easily. It's all magic.
What,
Connect how?
Black
Like-
Adam?
Yeah.
Like to everything else. So they're just gonna clip that universe completely.
What? No, he's gonna just be, I guess, in the whatever the future Justice League world is.
Yeah,
Okay.
like he's
Yeah,
just gonna
just,
be like
throw
With
him in
the
there.
with
He's-
Batgirl and all.
Yo,
this other
Batgirl,
stuff.
and
Yeah.
him, and Aquaman and shit.
This is ridiculous.
He wanted to fight Superman. He wanted to fight Henry Cavill, but now he don't
Okay,
even
so
exist
they're
no
leaving
more.
Aquaman. They're not gonna leave Aqualad. They can do Aqualad.
They can do Aqualad.
Yeah, they can still do
Black
Aqualad.
Panther,
They
that'd be
might do it though. They might do it because they see
That would be great.
they see the popularity of like the Hawkeyes and
I'm
all
just-
the young niggas.
you know what
in
my-
Miles
do
and
all that
shit.
unnecessary shit. Why
You
not
might as
do
well
it?
get more
My-
unnecessary. You feel
my
me?
my main issue with all of it is like you collect all these major people to be this new Justice League or whatever. Who is the final threat for these niggas? Because you're not gonna use Darkseid now because he's not gonna give a fuck about Supergirl. Because he's always gonna be looking for Clark, and we don't have a Clark. He doesn't exist anymore.
That's hilarious.
There's no Brainiac because he still cares about Clark more than he cares about Supergirl. So like, who is the why do all these people meet?
What's his name? Deathstroke.
Nigga, he don't even fucking exist
He
anymore.
don't exist no more. Them niggas don't exist no more.
He was supposed to exist in the Batfleck movie as his villain.
all right, nah. I don't.
Feel like I'm depressing
These
niggas.
worthies, right?
This nigga
Come
said,
on,
"Yo, stop
worthies.
depressing me."
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your
Hate
worthy.
these niggas, son. Yo, I'd said my worthy.
All right.
Oh
so,
yeah. Also, Detective Mo Batman, man, for real. And Selena Kyle. Goddamn,
all right,
bro.
all right, Night Deviant. my worthies is definitely Paul Dano. Like I said, I think his fucking Riddler is insane. That's not a knock at the rest of the cast. I think they all carried their weight, but his Riddler to me was just like, I fuck with that type of Riddler. Like that is like a Zodiac killer Riddler
crazy,
that
man.
feels grounded within, like, that's some shit I could believe. Like, okay, like
That's a fact.
there's a crazy ass nigga running around doing puzzles, but at least like this nigga seemed crazy. Like he's not dancing around with a little cane in his green suit. Like I get it. Otherworthy, Matt Reeves for just putting this shit together.
Big facts, big homie.
Like nigga went crazy. And just the rest of the cast, honestly, like I'm not gonna knock any one
Shouts out
person.
Robert Pattinson, man.
He proved us wrong. He proved me wrong.
He proved me wrong, man.
He proved me wrong.
Twilight, but it's fine.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
the thing.
I remember the first
when they said that
the
shit.
first 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, look at Twilight, man, being serious. Look at him being a star. And then I was like, nah, he really Batman, and this is nice.
Yeah.
This is
You know
nice.
what it was for me? Like when they first announced like he was gonna be Batman, I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I literally said that too.
I was like, there's no fucking
I was
way.
like, damn, it looks like Batfleck gonna be the best
Yeah,
Batman.
I was like, yeah, this is over. And then watching it, it's like, oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
He did
this
that
nigga's
thing.
acting.
He did that thing.
Okay.
He did that thing. You know, the only thing I will say, and maybe this is why I'll take the 0.5 off. Now that I'm thinking about it. Karate's good karate, but it could work. We use some work. But then I think they kind of made it a point because that is the second year.
Yeah, he's still rough around the edges.
Used to fighting 30 niggas.
He's still young, bro. Like he's just violent. He's just violent. He's a violent.
The
young
choreography
nigga.
could be tighter though. That's.
I feel like he gets
final
that with
opinion on
age.
that.
Like he gets more finesse.
Of course he get because in year one I read the comic and that nigga got bonked on the head with a TV.
Yeah, he was getting fucked
niggas.
up, nigga. Like he was. Like even if you watch the year one movie, that nigga was getting fucked up on like in a stairwell by like 3 niggas. Like he was breathing hard.
At the same
and shit.
time, yeah, Mask of the Phantasm shows some shit like that. Like also when he first started off, so it's like he's still a human nigga at the end of the day, and I feel like they showed him actually not being borderline superhuman.
Because you know what it is. I feel like again the rough around the edges shit. A more seasoned Batman would have never took a lot of them shots that he took. Like he was getting shot. Like that nigga got shot in the chest.
Range,
and he had to use his fucking adrenaline shot to wake the fuck up and wild the fuck out.
Nigga hit the heron.
Yeah, like
beating the nigga
a seasoned Batman would have never fell for that shit. Like he'd have finessed them niggas.
Big facts.
He's still too young for that shit. You gotta give him time. So
yeah.
And I think that's my final worthy is a young wild Batman, son. This nigga was crazy. Gas, you got anything before we dip? Nah. All right, so this has been another issue of the Mighty Metahumans, providing you with that high quality nerd commentary. Please subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend, follow us on Twitter, The Mighty Metas, on Instagram, the same name. You can find me across all social media sites as the Old Dirty Dennis. That is OLDI.
Did you fix that yet?
The dirtiest of Dennis's? Nah, he not. We coming to that. We gonna do a Secret Wars episode of some shit. Yeah, so that's Old Dirty Dennis, OLDIRTYDENNIS on all social media sites. You can find my man Colton.
On Twitter, you can find me as the Colton Show __, and then on everything else, I'm the Colton Show. I'll be on Twitch. I have a website, coltonshow.com. Yeah.
All right, bro, send us on. Give us a quote.
They think I'm hiding in the darkness, but I'm moaning it when I see Zoe Kravitz. The Night Deviant.
Yo, we out.